let's try these babies out real quick, and then I'll start signing some prints. So these are made by Kuretake. I mean, I've never had a Kuretake pen I didn't like. I believe these are Kuretake. Yep. So these ones I've been using a lot that were recommended to me by Casey at Odd Nod. These are Kuretake. They're a brush pen as well. But definitely more of a finer tip. I've been using those on my found cartoons this season, and they've really worked out well. I may have to label these because they probably have the name in Japanese, but I don't read Japanese, so I mean, it'll be obvious what the tip is, obviously, but yeah, I may have to label these real quick while they're still in their little box here. So let's do that. So we'll get out the orange tape again. And I'll just cover up this Japanese writing since that doesn't matter. And seems odd, but I'm going to use a different brand pen to write on the Kuretake pens, just because this has a little bit of a firmer tip. So this is the EF, extra fine, so I'm just going to write zoom in a little bit here. So we're doing some more finer work. I'll just write a nice EF on this and call it good. EF. And hopefully that dries, and otherwise I might have to use a Sharpie. I'll set that aside, let that dry. Where's my Sharpie, actually? Yeah, screw it. I'll just use the Sharpie because I know that'll work. Okay. See, same thing. Whoop. Labeled this one, although I've had this one for a while, since October. So this one's a fine. If you have any art questions, just drop them in chat while I'm puttering away here. I'll take a second and answer them. So this is fine. Yeah. Stupid label. Oops. No, we got a little bit of a fancy F. A common question I get is the infamous, what pen do you use? And I use a lot of pens. Mostly they're Japanese pens. Actually, they probably all are. I don't know if I use any American-made disposable ink pens for art stuff. I mean, for writing stuff, whatever, that might be a different story. But for my art uses, I think they're all Japanese. This is medium. And actually, if you go through my archive here and on YouTube, I think I do have a highlight about pens I use. Which really, it's again just like this. These zebra ones are really good. I've used these for years. They're waterproof. So I'm excited to see how these do. I might try signing prints with them, but I don't know. We'll see how it works. Oh, Goose and Jonesy. Those crazy cats. Why am I letting you starve? Because it builds character. That's why. I'll feed you in the morning. Those silly cats. And this is the large. Yeah, so this is definitely a brush tip. So I will actually give this a LB for large brush. And this last one is the medium brush. To kind of go along with the question about like what pens do I use, you know, really, do you need to spend money on fancy pro level high quality pens? No, you don't need to. I mean, the best pen is the one you have with you. I've made art with, you know, basic Bic ballpoint pens and whatnot. This was the medium brush, so I'm going to call this MB. But and it's like anything. You can draw a comic with a basic #2 pencil and you know, ink it with a precision Pilot. I have one somewhere. Where the heck is it? Whatever. But a basic Pilot Precise, you know, ink pen. I think Scott McCloud did that with the 24-hour comic book day. So you don't need fancy high quality pens, but oh, it looks like they gave me like a little test sheet one. But the trade-off is there are advantages to using the higher quality stuff, like the, you know, they may have more consistent lines. The ink will last longer. It'll be a better quality ink, which means it may not bleed, or it may be waterproof, or, you know, it won't soak through pages and all that sort of stuff. So there's trade-offs. You don't need same thing with like paints. Like I literally started with like a watercolor set. Basic under $10 watercolor set I bought at Michael's or something. Like definitely not a pro grade set by anything, and really just start making stuff. And then, you know, when you can, try the pricier stuff. And boy, my auto iris does not like that white background. Anyway, but when you can, you know, I will say in my own experience, when you get to the higher quality art supplies, like, you notice a difference when it comes to some of it. I mean, so yeah, let's start with, so this is the extra fine. Okay, cool. This is the fine. This one has a little more, well, okay, that makes sense, because the extra fine is finer than the fine. Duh, that's what that means. What's that extra fine again? So I actually, at the studio, I have, it is another B paper book like this one, but it's smaller. It's maybe this big. I don't know, 4x4, 5x5, something like that. And I use that for paint swatches and pen swatches and that sort of thing. So I just have a ongoing reference of what things look like. Okay, so we did fine, We did extra fine. This is medium. That's definitely a bigger tip there. Yep. Yep. This is the I'm gonna do some camera settings here. Just bear with me for 1 second here. Hang on, messing with my white balance. Ooh, no, not that. Better. Okay. Okay, so this is the medium brush. Oh boy, yep, that is a brush. Trick with these is you can't, I mean you can go fast and you get kind of this neat look, but if you want to get those real good lines, you gotta go slow. Let's do a quick water check with the this is my trusty water brush here. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Looks like pretty water resistant once they're dry. I mean, even, okay, good. I was not confident that that would, I mean, obviously right after I use it, it's going to smear a bit, but if you let it dry, it seems to be fine. Okay, so this will be the large brush. Oh yeah. Oh boy, I'm looking forward to using that on some stuff. So here's a quick, I mean, look at those tips. Come on, camera, you can do it. This is the large one, this is the medium. Medium's definitely, it's longer and thinner. So it's gonna have a little more, ooh, that's fun. Can't wait to use that on stuff. All right. Okay, so that is the, am I using the wrong one here? Yep. Putting the wrong caps on them. Okay, so that is the Kuretake Bimoji Fude assorted pen set. So neat. I like these. Looking forward to using them on stuff. I may actually sign some prints with them, maybe. We'll see. Maybe I'll just use up some of my other pens. Save these for drawing. But yeah, this is a good set. It was $24 at Odd Nod Art Supply here locally, so not bad for 5 pens. So that's barely $5 a pen, which yeah, that's about right. $3 to $5 for a pen is usually what I'm paying, and these are bigger too. So like this pen's like $3 $3-ish, I think. And they're both, these are both Kuretakes, but obviously they're very different. I do like the thicker barrel on this and with the grip, so that's also what you're paying for. The little loop thing is interesting. That must be like a traditional like nod to something. I mean, obviously you could like hook it on something, but I don't see me doing that. Okay, well let's sign some prints.